Hey everybody! First and foremost, I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video. It really means so much to me. As you guys already know, I go by ClassyQueensTarot here on YouTube. And I'm going to be doing a part 2 to Aaliyah's video that I previously recorded. For those that watched it, I just want to say thank you so much for watching the video. And for those that liked the video, thank you for liking it. If you're new here or if you're subscribed here but you still didn't watch the Aaliyah part 1 video, then I suggest you do that right now before you watch this video. So I'm going to be using my mediumship skills to talk to Aaliyah. I got my sage right here, my sage candle. I got my tarot cards right here. And of course, I got myself. I'm going to be using my psychic mediumship abilities to connect to her, energy and her soul. So I apologize if I get a little emotional again. I got emotional when I recorded the last video of Aaliyah, so I will try my best to not get emotional. But I'm going to light this candle, this sage candle. So let me light this up right now. If it can light up. There we go. There we go. Ooh. The candle is going crazy. You see that? Wow. Well, I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm going to move my camera. See? It's going crazy. So I'm going to kind of move my cards right here. And I'm just going to kind of meditate. So first I'm going to meditate and ask Aaliyah if she's like here. I feel like she's here because I was talking to her previously before I recorded the video. So I'm going to ask Aaliyah, are you here right now? Is your spirit here right now, Aaliyah? She said yes, she's here. And I can prove that to the cards as well if you guys need any proof. So I'm gonna move this candle because this candle is kind of doing too much. Sorry if you hear noise in the background. That's just my brother talking. But I'm going to shuffle these cards. So Aaliyah, are you here? Are you here spiritually? Is your soul here spiritually? Is your soul here spiritually, Aaliyah? Aaliyah, Dana, Houghton. Now the candle wants to be still now. So I feel like she is here because usually when candles be still, that means someone's presence is in the room. So Aaliyah, are you here? Death. So yes, she's here, you guys. Death came out of the tarot cards. And then the Nine of Cups, not the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles came out. That's her energy, guys. She's the Nine of Pentacles. So, especially with the Death card. So, yeah, she's here. She's present. Okay, so I'm going to try to think of some questions that I want to ask. Again, I wasn't prepared. I said prepared. I wasn't prepared to ask questions. Something just told me to do another video of Aaliyah today, and that's what I'm doing. Alright, so Aaliyah, how are you feeling today right now? I'm going to shuffle the cards just to see. I want to see before I shuffle the cards, I want to see if, I can hear her, like, tell me how she's doing. Alright, so she told me that she's doing good. So I should pull out some positive cards. So Aaliyah, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling today, Aaliyah? Okay, so I got the Ten of Swords. This just talks about her, passing away. But overall, she's doing good with the Four of Wands. See? So that's how you know I'm talking to someone who passed away. Usually with the Ten of Swords or the Death card, that's usually what I get. But with the Four of Wands, this talks about she's in a good place right now. So she's doing okay. She said she's doing good. So yeah, all the Aaliyah fans across the world, don't worry. She's doing okay in heaven. These candles, oh my gosh, if you can just take a look at my candle, it's going crazy. So I gotta be careful, y'all. I'm gonna move this candle aside. Okay, so my first question that I want to know, I want to ask Aaliyah. Now, this is kind of a controversial question, but Aaliyah did say that it's okay to ask about this person. It's about R.Kelly. So, Aaliyah, how do you feel towards R.Kelly right now? That's what I'm going to ask. How do you feel towards R.Kelly right now, Aaliyah? How do you feel towards R.Kelly right now, Aaliyah? She told me she doesn't know how to feel about him. That's her words. That's what she said. And I feel like that's kind of shit. That's kind of like, like I feel like she doesn't really want to talk about him, but I do feel like at the same time she does. But she told me exactly in her own words she doesn't know how to feel about him. So I'm gonna pull out some cards just to see if that answer matches my cards. I'm hearing confused. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, so we got the Nine of Cups. So I guess that represents R.Kelly. There we go. I knew Seven of Cups was going to come out. Seven of Cups talks about someone that's a little confused about some stuff. They don't know how to feel about a certain thing. And then the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is sad. So I knew she was going to feel some type of way when I asked about him. Nine of Cups is R.Kelly. Seven of Cups is her feeling confused about him. And Five of Cups represents that she's kind of sad about him, And then we got the Six of Cups, which is very interesting. Six of Cups talks about nostalgia, and it can also talk about someone in their younger years. We both know that, well, you guys know and I know that Aaliyah was seeing R.Kelly when she was like in her younger years, like when she was like 15, 14 years old. I believe 15 years old, when she was, when R.Kelly was mentoring her, and they was making music together. So you see this grown man and then this little girl. So, yeah. So she does not know how to feel about him, and I feel like she's sad when, when someone talks about him, because I'm hearing grooming. Hold on, let me connect to what Aaliyah is saying. I'm hearing he groomed me at a young age. And she's not happy about that. That's what I heard. So that's why the Five of Cups came out, because he groomed her at a young age. You see the Five of Cups again? That's her being sad. And then with this Six of Cups, this talks about like childhood, or it could talk about like child abuse. So yeah, he groomed her at a young age. So that's kind of how she feels about R. Kelly. Um, all right, I'm gonna ask another question. How do you feel about R. Kelly going to jail, like spending his most of his life in jail? How do you feel about Aaliyah? How do you feel about R. Kelly going to jail? She said she's happy. Actually, justice was served. That's exactly what I heard her say. She's happy that he went to jail, R. Kelly, and she feels like justice was served. So I'm gonna pull out some more cards just to see, is the card saying exactly what she's saying. King of Wands is R. Kelly. The Tower card. So this talks about him going to jail. Queen of Cups is Aaliyah. And then, sorry guys, I'm trying to fix my glasses. My glasses broke, so and this talks about pages. This is Page of Swords. This talks about like somebody getting what they deserve. Yeah, that's what this talks about. It's like a clarity card, but sorry guys if I kind of like shuffle kind of slow. It's because my glasses is broke, so I'm trying to fix my glasses as I do this reading. So I apologize if I keep like stopping, but yeah, that's exactly how Aaliyah feels. She's glad that he went to jail. King of Wands is R. Kelly. The Tower card represents like, I feel like, like traumatic stuff happening and chaos happening, and he went to jail. Queen of Cups is her. I feel like this is her, like she's at peace, that justice was served, that he's not around younger people. And Page of Swords can talk about a younger person as well. So I feel like this is talks about like, even though this, I don't know if this is a boy or a girl in this picture, but this talks about like a young person feeling like justice was served, because that's what the Page of Swords is all about. It's about like justice, balance, it's all about that. So I feel like when she thinks about herself when she's younger, she feels bad about it, but at the same time, she's glad that justice was served, that he's now in jail. He's in jail now. How do you feel about R. Kelly grooming other girls, or like sexually molesting like younger girls? How do you feel about that, Aaliyah? I know these questions are kind of hard, Aaliyah, but I mean, I know these questions are kind of hard to my subscribers that's watching and new people that's watching, but Aaliyah, she wants me to talk about this because I got permission from her to talk about this. So Aaliyah, how do you feel about younger women that R. Kelly messed with, that he groomed, sexually molested? How do you feel about that? I feel like I'm going to get an angry card, guys, because I'm starting to get chills a bit. Alright, let's see. Death. So we know that this is Aaliyah. This is Aaliyah again. 9 of Pentacles. 7 of Swords. So 7 of Swords talks about somebody doing something sneaky and somebody doing something foul behind people's back, or because R. Kelly, he betrayed himself like he was a good guy in the music industry. But behind closed doors, he wasn't. He was, doing those stuff to other young women. So I feel like what the Seven of Swords is saying, um, hold on, I'm gonna pull out some more cards. How do you feel, Aaliyah, about R. Kelly grooming other young women and kinda sexually molesting them? So this is Queen of Cups again. The same cards are coming out, guys. Page of Swords. I feel like King of Wands is his energy. Hold on. Let me pull out some. Alright, there we go. She doesn't like it. Eight of Swords. She doesn't like it. She kind of feels them. Like, she feels sympathy for them with the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords talks about, like, girls feeling trapped and against their will, that R. Kelly, he was doing, like, sexually stuff to them, and she's not happy about that. With the Four of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles can talk about somebody holding back, so she feels like a lot of women, like, held themselves back, like, kept those secrets, those dark secrets from the public eye. But she's glad that with the Page of Swords, he's basically locked up, and the younger women are getting justice with the Page of Swords. And you know, she still feels victimized with the Eight of Swords, I believe. And this can also talk about, like, the younger women. They felt trapped, and they didn't like how R. Kelly treated them. So that's the best way I can describe it. Aaliyah, she's not too happy about what he did to younger women, and she also has a message. She wants the public eye to know that this stuff doesn't just happen in the music industry or in Hollywood. This stuff happens in real life too. Like, younger women try to think that they're grown, they're mature at like 18, 17 years old, when they're really not. And you know, there's actually predators that take advantage of them, of younger women, and she just want the world to know that, like, it's not right. Like, once you turn 18, you're not a full grown woman yet. Like, you still gotta mature into being a woman. You're still literally a child, and men can take over that. They can take advantage of that and try to groom you, even though you're 18, but you're not. You're still developing, and she wants the world to know that. So yeah, that's what I'm getting from her. Isn't that right, Aaliyah? Do you agree with what I'm saying? I think I'm going to get a happy card or a positive card. Is that what you mean? Is that what you're trying to say, Aaliyah? Because I feel like that's what she wants the world to know. She's saying yes. So I'm going to pull out a card and see. Yup, exactly, with the Ace of Pentacles. This is like confirmation from her. Strength. She wants the younger woman to be strong and fight for themselves. Like, don't let a man try to don't let a man try to, like, what's the word, persuade you into being sexually involved with them. Like, still be classy, still be mature. Well, you're still at the age of 18 or 21, you're still, like, trying to develop who you are. But, like, she wants the younger woman to stay strong and have integrity, and don't try to persuade the guys that are way older than them, you know. So she agrees with what I'm saying with the Ace of Cups. Yeah, That's exactly what she's trying to say to me. So that's that. Um, okay, so I'm going to try to ask some other questions. Aaliyah, why did you marry R. Kelly? Why did you marry R. Kelly? I know these questions are kind of deep, but she wants me to go there. She wants me to like talk about this situation. Why did you marry R. Kelly? I'm hearing she felt pressure to marry him because he was producing her music. That's what I'm hearing. She felt pressure to marry him because, you know, he was producing her music. He was making age ain't nothing but a number. So, and I feel like she didn't want to lose an opportunity to, you know, be signed to, well, she was signed to Blackground Records, her uncle's label, but also she wanted to make music, and she felt like if she didn't marry R. Kelly, then she would lose not being in the music industry or lose her career. So she's saying that she felt pressured. So let's see, did Aaliyah feel pressured to marry R. Kelly? Well, that's exactly what she's saying, but I want to show you through the cards. So did Aaliyah feel pressured to marry R. Kelly because she didn't want to lose her music career? I'm hearing yes. That's what she's saying. Yeah, with the Four of Swords. Yup. Yeah, the Three of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Emperor. The Emperor is R. Kelly. So I'm gonna put this card right here so you guys can see. So with the Four of Swords talks about her resting or thinking about what should she do. The Four of Swords is all about meditation as well. So I feel like probably when she was like younger, like she would probably like go to her room, or like she would just be in her head and think about like why do I have to marry R. Kelly, or like should I even consider marrying R. Kelly so that way I can be in the music business? With the Three of Swords, like she felt pressured to do that. Three of Swords talks about heartbreak, so I really feel like she didn't want to marry R. Kelly. But with the Wheel of Fortune, you see how this wheel is. It's like a choice to make, like as you spin the wheel. So she felt like it was like a choice to decide like if she should marry him or if she should not marry him. And then the Emperor is R. Kelly. And usually what the Emperor means, it can mean like a boss, excuse me, it can mean like a boss or someone that's in charge. So she felt like R. Kelly, he was kind of like in charge of her music, and that's why she decided to marry him, because she felt like if she didn't marry him, then she wouldn't have a music career, or even if she had a music career with her uncle who she was signed to Blackground Records, she felt like she probably wouldn't have, you know, gotten popular and stuff like that. Because at the time, R. Kelly, he was popular in the 90s and stuff. So, yeah, that's how she felt. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to ask a controversial question. I'm not even sure if this is true or not, but was you ever pregnant with, because this is like a rumor, was you, Aaliyah, was you ever pregnant with Damon Dash Baby? I'm not going to say R. Kelly. I don't think she was pregnant with R. Kelly's baby, but was you ever pregnant with Damon Dash Baby? Because I remember seeing readings or like people in the comments saying that you was pregnant with Damon Dash Baby during Rock the Boat. Hold on. I think she's trying to say something. I'm hearing she's saying no, she was not pregnant. So for those people that said she was pregnant, no, she was not pregnant when she was filming Rock the Boat. And I can prove that right now. So was Aaliyah pregnant while she was filming Rock the Boat? Spirit, was Aaliyah pregnant? I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix my glasses. Was Aaliyah pregnant when she was filming Rock the Boat? She said no twice. Aaliyah is funny. She said, where did that even come from? Okay, let me pull out some cards. So I got the King of Cups, so I'm assuming that's Damon Dash. Hold on, guys. Okay, so I'm assuming that's Damon Dash with the King of Cups. The Fool card. The Seven of Wands. No, she was not pregnant. The Moon card. So basically, it did Nine of Swords. So basically, these cards represents a no. The King of Cups talks about Damon Dash. I feel like Damon Dash did want Aaliyah to become a mom and, you know, get pregnant. The Fool card, I feel like this talks about new beginnings. So I do feel like probably at one point in time, Aaliyah did wanted to have kids with Damon Dash, because the Fool card can talk about something new, doing something new. But with the Seven of Wands, she's saying no. This is like her being defensive, is saying no, that she was not pregnant with Damon Dash baby. The Moon card can talk about like illusions, or like people like seeing stuff that isn't true. And then the Nine of Swords, I feel like she's kind of sad about that. Like she wishes that she could have been here and have kids, but it didn't happen. So to answer y'all question, no, she was not pregnant with Damon Dash baby during Rock the Boat. No, she wasn't. Okay, so I'm going to ask some interesting questions. So how do you feel? I wonder, Aaliyah, how do you feel about Beyonce? I'm just curious. Alright, so I'm actually hearing Aaliyah saying that she's very proud of Beyonce, and that she's happy that she's like a huge artist. A huge black female artist. That's what I heard her say. So we're going to use the cards so that way you guys can see proof that I'm not lying. I feel like positive cards are going to come out. So Aaliyah, how do you feel about Beyonce? See the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles can talk about like somebody getting their bag or making money. She did say that she's very proud that she's a very successful black woman, a huge star. Hold on. Let me shuffle again. Sorry guys if you kind of hear it in my voice that I'm kind of sick right now. Hold on, let me get these cards together. How does Aaliyah feel about Beyonce? She's saying that she's happy that Beyonce represents for black women, and I feel like she's just happy for her. I don't think Aaliyah hates Beyonce like other people probably try to say during their videos. Let's see. How does Aaliyah feel about Beyonce? Alright, this is the Nine of Wands. Hold on, let me take out some cards. Okay, the Five of Wands. The Nine of Cups. The Ace of Wands and the Nine of Cups. So based off this energy, I feel like she's glad that Beyonce is making money for herself and she's not in Destiny's Child. You know, and then with the Knight of Wands, this talks about, I'm hearing skyrocket. So I feel like what Aaliyah is trying to say is that she's proud that Beyonce career skyrocketed real fast and she's a huge artist. And then with the Five of Wands, I'm sorry. With the Five of Wands, I feel like she doesn't like when people compare her to Beyonce. Because the Five of Wands represents a conflict card. So she doesn't like when people compare her to Beyonce. And then with the Ace of Wands, she feels like Beyonce is very talented. You guys see like the music note in the background and the wands and, you know, and stuff like that. And then with the Nine of Cups, this is about someone being satisfied with something or happy with something. So she has nothing against Beyonce. She's happy for her. I can pull out one more card. Hold on, let me shuffle again. How does Aaliyah feel about Beyonce? How does Aaliyah feel about Beyonce? How does Aaliyah feel about Beyonce? Okay. Yeah, see? With the Ten of Pentacles, she's happy for Beyonce. And also, I feel like she's happy for Beyonce and her family. Jay-Z, Blue, Rumi, Sir. You know, because this is like a family card. And also, she's happy she's making money for herself. With, you know, her career and stuff like that. Okay, alright, so I'm going to ask Aaliyah, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm going to try to shorten it up, because I might make a part 3. So, Aaliyah, do you feel like if you was like still here physically, do you feel like you'll be a huge superstar? She's saying yes, she does. She said that she's a huge vigor and spirit. She, like, I feel like what she means by that is like on the other side, like she still has. Hold on. Oh, I got another question that I'm going to ask after this, but first I'm going to answer this. Does Aaliyah feel like she'll be like a huge star if she was physically here? You guys hear that playing in the background? That's crazy. Yeah, see? Justice. That's exactly what she thinks. Queen of Swords. Yup, that's her saying that. Yup, her Eight of Pentacles. Somebody working hard on their craft. So yeah, based off these 3 cards alone, especially Justice, she does feel like she would have been huge if she was physically here. I'm hearing huge in movies and singing. Alright, so my curious question that I want to ask Aaliyah, this is probably a funny one. Is there like concerts in heaven? Like, do you get to perform in heaven? Like your old song, well, not your old songs, but your songs that you did when you was physically here to fans that passed away also. Is there concerts in heaven, Aaliyah? Oh my gosh, she said yeah. She said yes, there is. Alright, so I'm going to prove it to y'all with these cards. Is there concerts in heaven, Aaliyah? Is there concerts in heaven, Aaliyah? Yup, the Lovers card. So I guess this talks about like Aaliyah and her fans in heaven. This talks about this is the 6 of Cups. So I feel like she performs like her like songs that she did when she was here, because 6 of Cups talks about like nostalgia and memories in the past. And then one more card. Yeah, with the Ace of Wands. This talks about her being creative and, you know, performing and stuff, taking action, doing what she likes to do. So yeah, there is concerts in heaven, guys. That's so nice. Then the Wheel of Fortune. So that is very cool. So guys, I'm just gonna leave this reading like this. I want to stop doing this reading. I probably will do a part 3 soon, or like later on during the month. But I just want to say, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. It was really nice talking to Aaliyah again without crying, because I cried on the first video that I ever recorded about Aaliyah. So make sure you guys watch that and like that video, and then come back onto here, watch this video in full, comment please, comment and like the video and subscribe please. It will make me very happy. And also, if you want a reading with me, I do got an Etsy, so that will be in the link below, or you can contact me through email, ClassyQueensTarot@gmail.com. But I hope that you guys have a good day. Peace.